Good morning, Barbados. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning to you. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Indeed, a terrific Thursday morning to you today. Welcome, welcome, welcome one, welcome all. Thank you for waking up to keep us company. Indeed, I'm Pearson Bowen. It is Thursday, the 26th of June, 2025, and it is a beautiful today. It is a day filled with all sorts of possibilities. You know that already. I don't need to remind you. All it's waiting for you to do is to make the best of those opportunities, and that you surely can do today. So it's Thursday. And I hope you had a wonderful yesterday. We're looking forward to a wonderful tomorrow because tomorrow is the start of the weekend, isn't it? And so just ahead of the weekend, on a Thursday, we share with you exceptional young people, and a number of them we have today. So you've woken up just in time to watch us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb. And to you, we say, thank you. Thank you very much. Remember, share the show, share the love, tell others about us, and bring them along to share in what we do every Monday to Friday starting at 6 o'clock. And remember, if you know of something or someone whose story we need to tell us about it. Send us an email. Our email address is right there on your screen. It's morninbarbados@cbc.bb, morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And to all of you, I say thank you. Now, coming up today, we have runners up, but they are winners still. The first and second runners up in the Spirit of the Lion show, that show that has been reverberating all across Barbados, has now told all the schools that the best comes from St. George Secondary. We will meet them today as we celebrate the wins in just a moment. Also today, you will hear more about an upcoming event called the Ladies Buffet Brunch, the 90s edition. Get more details in just a moment. Also today, we'll meet some of the semi-finalists in this year's Junior Monarch competition hosted by the NCF. Who are they and what are they about? They will join us to share with us in just a bit as well. Have you heard of Planet Soca? I'm serious. Have you heard of Planet Soca? Well, Planet Soca now meets bear, pork, and soca. And so when that's all coming together, what can we expect? The people behind that will join us this morning to tell us what to expect at Planet Soca meeting bear, pork, and soca. Now, he has lived a life of service to his community, to education, and to music. And so the Parish Independence Committee in St. Peter are celebrating him. He's no longer with us. But who is he? We will tell you this morning, indeed, and how you can be a part of the celebration that's on this weekend in St. Peter. Football is the thing that fuels this young man, and if I say to you his name is Keon Lashley, you'll know exactly who I mean. We will share his story with you and his journey thus far this morning on Morning Barbados. And Saturday, we're all heading to Weymouth Sports Centre. That's where there's going to be a big trade expo and a whole lot more. Those details from the Barbados Trust Fund Limited will be shared with you today. And also, when they went between a rock and a hard place, the National Committee on Substance Abuse found something rather interesting. They're joining us this morning to share with us that, and we'll also give you a preview of that documentary that has been produced to take a look at Between a Rock and a Hard Place. So a lot to stick around for, a lot to tell others about, so share the show, share the show. But I can't wait to share with you now some exceptional young people. You know, this has been the find of the month for me, this month of June. The excellence of the St. George Secondary School. And that excellence not just rests within the classroom alone, it's on the stage, it's on track and field, it's in cricket, it's in so many endeavors. And so when they decided to host the Spirit of the Lion show, we thought without a doubt we need to know more. And boy, did we get to know more. We met some very interesting young people as well. And so today, we met the winners last, and now we're meeting the runners-up. Next to me right here are the first runners-ups who are representing the community of Salters, Deshaun Williams and Shekinah Major. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank
Indeed.
you.
And across from you are the others who came third runners-up. From Ellerton. Ellerton's Darius Davis and Summer rain. Summer white, indeed. Good morning to both of you as well. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and you've brought along the lady who has brought this all together, whose idea it was, and who was just the creator of all of this magic that happened at St. George Secondary School, Miss Shanice Seeley. I'll start with you, ma'am. Talk to me a little bit about this idea to showcase the spirit of the lion which St. George Secondary represents.
Okay, so for me, I would have seen a few deficiencies in how our students would have been carrying themselves, how they speak, and I thought about how can I fix or change some of these issues that I'm seeing coming out. So then I decided, well, there is the Spirit of the Nation show, which I was a part of when I represented Christchurch, and that has actually shaped me tremendously. So I said, why not just do a snippet of what that show actually has and make it our own? And that is how I birthed the Spirit of the Lion.
And then you worked along with the Community Independent Secretariat.
Yes, we did.
And they gave you guidance on how to get the show right.
Truth be told, Pearson, my idea was extremely small because I just wanted to do like a showcase, have the developmental sessions, and then have a showcase amongst the school with the first years and maybe some of the senior schools, just to show them the importance of giving back to the community, the importance of being empathetic, things of that sort. But then when they came on board, they saw something clearly that we were not even looking for or looking at, and that is how this tremendous experience was birthed.
So it was beyond your expectations.
It was beyond my expectations.
Boy. And so talk to me then on Saturday last, when the crowds began to show up.
My committee and I, we had agreed that because all these tickets were sold, we could not take any more persons. But Mornin Barbados came, they were begging, people asked if they can pay to come and stand. Wow. It was a lot. So for me, that made me feel really proud, because not only was it that persons were coming to see an initiative of mine, but they were coming to see our students, and that showed, you know what, Barbados still cares about our young people.
Well said, and that's the truth. So Barbados still cares about you. Now, hearing all of that from your teacher, talk to me a little bit about what it means. You heard her passion, right, Deshaun? She believes in you youngsters indeed. She sees the magic that rests within all of you. Hearing that, how does it make you feel?
It makes me feel good.
And special.
Yeah, it's special.
Did y'all know that Deshaun is into cricket? Deshaun is in trials now for the Barbados cricket team, right?
Under 17.
Under 7. I don't care what level it is. You're trying for the Barbados cricket team to represent your island. And now coming off a win at the Spirit of the Lion show, I'm sure this gives you a lot of energy, right?
Yeah.
You ready for today?
A little nerves as well.
Indeed. How was it on the night of the show for you?
It was not bad, man. We had a little dramatic scenes, like a little stress when it went through. Like when I was doing my speech, I dropped the paper. It had me a little anxious.
Yes.
But it was not bad going into the rest of the night. So I
And then you
enjoyed myself.
And then you stood and you waited to hear the names called, right?
Yeah.
I used to wait when they're calling my name, right? But then it was called.
Yeah.
And how did you feel?
Man, I was happy, but
Wow.
Shekinah, she was isolated. I could have seen her face. But I was just sticking with the cool. It was not bad at all.
Well done indeed. Shekinah, what about you? I mean, he said you were the one who was ecstatic about the calling of the name Salters. So talk to me about how it felt to know that you were now in winner's row.
It felt great. I'm not gonna lie, it actually felt real good. I was so excited I actually came second. I was like, oh my gosh.
But working along with the other groups, how was that working with you? How was
That was working great because like all of us, we came together and we like encouraged each other to do well, and we basically help out each other to get to the point where we are right now. So,
Would you enter the Spirit of the Nation show?
yes, I would indeed
got
if
ya.
I have the opportunity.
We got you. And so looking into the crowd and seeing those who supported Salters, not just your family and your friends,
Yes,
but those who came and say, yeah, we're from Salters, we with you. How did that make you feel?
It made me feel amazing because as for me, I never been in something like this before, so it's actually my first time being in an actual pageant. So all the supporters that come out, I really appreciate them and coming to support. Yeah.
I just love these Brazilians. They speak so well and so confidently. You've done a lot to develop these youngsters indeed. So well done indeed, both of you.
Thank you.
Now to Ellerton. How you doing? This is the old man, Darius. And so Darius, you didn't come first or second, you came third. But that's all right, right? You're okay because you can now breathe because it's now all over.
Yes, yes.
How was it? How was the night for you?
It was very good, and I felt special for everyone coming and supporting me
Yeah.
on the show and the journey. And I get more confident during the show.
And you're building your confidence. Did you like the suit you had to wear?
Yes, please.
It was exactly what you wanted and it fitted exactly the way you wanted it to.
Yes, please.
So now that you've gone through this experience, what do you think you've learned?
I've learned how to speak more confidently and talk to crowds and don't be shy anymore.
That's it, my man. That's it. That's the magic. Don't be shy anymore. Nobody can take anything away from you. Not a fella on this earth, because you have all that it takes to make you you. And no one else can be like you. Trust me on that one, Darius.
Yes.
Miss Summer Rain, you know we christened you ever since from the beginning. You are still smiling. That means you're still basking in the glory of becoming second runner-up. How does it feel?
It feels amazing, even though I didn't really. It feels good.
It feels good to be recognized.
Yes.
And so, who did your family show up for you?
Yes, they did.
I can see you on your social lit up just now. So it was good to look into the crowd and find your family, and you saw them, and there they were representing you, Summer.
Yes, please.
And so, when you know that the competition is over, what do you still want to do in terms of competition?
I still want to do my best in my schoolwork, make sure I get on the honor roll, and just become the best and improve every time I get a grade in each subject.
That is so good. Miss Celie, look at what's come out of this. How their focus has shifted now onto greater things and more excellence indeed. And this was not what you imagined.
No, it was not.
But here it is. And now you're met with a bunch of very confident young people
Yes.
who are committed to excellence, and now the challenge is yours. The challenge is yours, not just to repeat, but to be able to take this farther.
Yeah.
Have you given thought to that?
Mr. Brown.
Oh, we know how he is.
Mr. Brown clearly is preparing for this to be a inter-school initiative.
Yes.
And that sounds actually spectacular, because it shows that something that St. George Secondary School has birthed can actually be implemented in other spaces.
Yeah.
So we definitely are doing something good. And it's not only a case where where I wanted to focus on our students, but also our mentors. We would have seen growth within some of them, where they have developed extremely special bonds with their students. Even the committee members, we would have really learned a lot as it relates to putting together something of this magnitude. So, Pearson, it was an overall developmental process.
I want to give you the opportunity to say thank you to each of them. Would you call their names?
Well, there are so many persons, but within my committee, we have Jayan Smith O'Connor, who was our vice chair. We have Mr. Omar Worrell, who was our PR. Donisha Skinner, who was our secretary. Mrs. Sophia Cobbin-Haynes, she was our committee member. And Tremaine Carter, who was our committee member. Regarding our mentors now, so we're going to start from the top. There was Makita Boyce and Tiffany Husbands, who would have worked with Ruins. Then we have Deshawn's mentor and Shekinah's mentor, who is Miss Yard. She's actually here today. So Denisa Yard. No, actually, that's Shamali Taylor.
Yeah.
I got that wrong. That is
Over there.
Shamali Taylor, yes. Alberton's mentor would have been Denisa Yard. Then we have Constant, who was Nikita Skinner. We have Workman's, who was Siobhan Collymore. We have Gun Hill, who would have been Kivani Connolly, Carrie Ann Boyce, Nicole Roach. Then we have, what are the other communities?
Several more.
There's
But
several
all of
more,
these,
but I
you're
really
saying
want to
you.
thank you. I really
Yeah.
want to say thank you to the mentors, because they worked extremely, extremely hard, and also our committee members, and also the parish committee, independence committee.
You have done well, exceedingly well. I am so happy to meet all of you indeed. I want to meet more of you over time. So as you continue to achieve, come back to Mornin Barbados so we continue to celebrate your excellence, all right? Do it well. My man, all the best at that trial game here. I am looking forward to seeing you represent Barbados in cricket and eventually the West Indies, indeed, all right? Yes. And so, Ms. Seeley, thank you.
You're
Again,
welcome.
thank your team, thank your principal and the deputy principal and all who've worked with you on this because you have done so well. You've made all of Barbados very proud of all of you. St. George Secondary, they can't take it from you. They can't take it from you. No one can. You can achieve everything that you've set your mind to. Well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Boy, the tears are building in my eyes. We're coming back in just a moment.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way. There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scald presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scald is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Schooled, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons, which will surprise many, is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Saturday at St. Peter's Parish Church is where we all have to be for a significant celebration of a man, and a man whose work has impacted not just the community he served, but the wider Barbados and the Caribbean. And so to talk a little bit about what's coming up, this service of song in celebration of the contribution. If I said to you Evan Brathwaite, you don't know who I'm talking about. If I said to you Erwin Brathwaite, you know exactly who I'm talking about. This is being put on by the St. Peter Parish Independence Committee. Welcome to Cheryl Griffith, and to you too as well, Claudia Gibson. Ladies, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I do well. How do you do?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Claudia? Good girl. And so this coming Saturday, you are celebrating a man who has given to education and who's given to music.
Yes, please.
And so talk to me about why you're doing this.
Actually, it came out of our project. The title of our project this year, I'll let Claudia tell you.
Our project this year was re-engaging with the gems of our parish. And the gems being not just the churches or the schools, but also the persons, right? So we have so many gems within our parish, and Mr. Brathwaite was one of the biggest gems that we had. He did such a big job with me.
You know, what did he do with you? Just out of curiosity.
He made me into the lady I am today. He coached and nurtured me into what I am today.
And that's the measure of the man.
Yes,
he
please.
took the time, individually and collectively as well, you know, and then rising to be principal at the Alexandra School, the first male principal at that school. And you told me I could talk about this man more than you. You're right. Because he eventually became the choral director for the St. Peter Parish Church Choir and the Barclay Singers. He's played in the String Ensemble of Barbados. He has become then the man who is responsible for the Allen organ across the region. And so he is so steeped into everything. And I know him well because he's also the grandfather of one of my nephews.
Exactly.
And so I know what you're talking about here. So we know Erwin Brathwaite. Did you attend the funeral? Either of you?
Unfortunately, I wasn't.
It was a really, really good funeral.
No, I attend St. Peter's Parish Church. So yes, I'm one of the ushers.
Yes.
Yes. The person who accosted you in Space Town.
Yes.
But out of it is not only that. When Claudia spoke about the churches and the schools and the people, last year you were supposed to go into the communities and talk to the people to find out what was impacting upon them. As a parish independence committee, how you can assist with your parish. Using that information from last year and coming into this year, you sent out surveys. The same thing reoccurred. And they talk about the violence and the crime that is impacting on them. So going a bit further to find out, did this crime take place years ago? How is it impacting you today? And can something be done about it in the future? They gave us the schools, the churches, and the people who made the difference. They didn't say there wasn't any crime. They didn't have the type that we have today. But those three entities made the community safe yesteryear. So we set out to find out what is going to happen. How can we, as a Parish Independence Committee, assist in what the people want, making the communities a bit safer, not only for us, but for those to come. So on the churches, we have Mr. Brathwaite. On the education, we have Mr. Brathwaite. On the schools, we have Mr. Brathwaite. In St. Peter's Parish Church, Spice Town, we have Mr. Brathwaite. We know he was at Ellerslie because he taught my nephew at Ellerslie. But you talk about the Alexandra School, that's my school. the first male principal there who set a standard. And being on that PTA executive brought you a bit closer. So when you get to see this soft-spoken, quiet gentleman speaking to you, but at St. Peter's Parish Church, on the piano, in front of the choir, in front of the youth chorale, you saw a difference. You saw a man dancing, and you, even if you're sitting in your pews, it caught you. You got the vision.
It draws you in. Yes.
You got the vision.
Imagine singing in the choir and seeing his face and seeing all of that. You just want to perform because
At your
that's
best.
Irwin.
At your best.
At your best, indeed. And so this Saturday, this musical tribute to his honor is in the church itself.
Yes, please.
What can we expect when we come to it?
All right, so we're going back to the communities because we're supposed to touch the different communities in St. Peter. So we've gone, but let me go back a bit. We call it a service of song. Now, a service of song is an old-time community competition, singing competition. I remember my mom being in the choir in Minor Quarter, and that choir used to practice at the Bethany Baptist Church under Mr. Ben, Eunice Ben. I know they would go to Kensington, but I told the others all they would see them bring home from winning was bananas. I don't know if bananas was the price or money was the price. So if we're doing music and we're reaching out to the communities in St. Peter, let us do church music.
Yes.
So we've involved churches, the Anglican churches, the Nazarene Church, the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
The Salvation Army is there as well.
In different aspects, different aspects. And it's not long and boring. We've asked them to select songs that they're comfortable with, 2 of them, and hopefully one will be a Negro spiritual.
Okay.
Because we're keeping our heritage. Our theme is still heritage. So if you come to St. Peter's Parish Church on Saturday, we're starting 6 p.m. promptly, not Bajan time.
6 o'clock.
p.m.
on
we're
the nose.
starting.
And so all of these communities and all of these religious organizations will be there to sing songs and to really celebrate in a very vibrant way the man.
Yeah, but not just songs. Right. You know, he's a musician.
Yeah.
So we have got youngsters doing violin and piano. So they are
ensemble.
Exactly.
Right.
So they have everybody coming in to showcase because a lot of them came up under him.
Yes.
So they're giving back to show their love towards him and make it just that little bit more special.
In addition to that,
Very briefly.
right, we are showcasing the rich musical talent of St. Peter. So invite all Barbados because it is free. This is who we are as a people, headed by Mr. I'm going to say Irwin Brathwaite because everybody knows Irwin Brathwaite. And I know you work with him, the Barclay Senior, so you know exactly what we're speaking about.
Of course.
And with Julian.
Yes.
Right, so
there we go. So we're inviting you into the St. Peter's Parish Church on Saturday, beginning promptly at 6 o'clock for what is truly a service of song, a celebration of the contribution of Irwin Brathwaite, but also a chance for you to get into that old-time service of song festivity as well, where all of the religious organizations, the communities are encouraged to come in number and sing some of those songs, those hymns that we've all truly enjoyed as well. But while we're there, we're engaging in the spirited performances on violin, on the piano, in voice, and with the ensemble as well. So it's going to be a really, really wonderful evening as we say thank you to Irwin Brathwaite. His wife and children are still around, and grandchildren as well, and so we want to encourage you to come give support to them too as well. It's absolutely free. It begins at 6 o'clock. It is something not to be missed. So all of St. Peter, all of Barbados, all of you who have been touched by the contribution of the late Irwin Brathwaite, there's a seat, there's a pew, there's a spot just for you. This Saturday, beginning at 6 o'clock, in tribute to his outstanding contribution in education, in music, whether it's theory or performance, his work across the region in installing organs that lift the spirit. There he is, that smile, the smile of the man. That's the smile we shall never forget, ever forget. And that tells you a lot about who he is. And he's waiting to hear from you by being in spirit there with you as well on Saturday, beginning at 6 o'clock. Thank you, ladies. I really hope that the church is filled to overflow. And as it was for his funeral, the same for this service of song as well. I really want to wish you well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
There's a walk-up collection.
All right.
Okay.
As you are able, make a collection. Indeed. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're looking now at matters of the heart. That's because the Queen Mindset is presenting you the opportunity, ladies, to be a part of what is perhaps a very different approach to looking at matters of the heart. They're having their ladies' buffet brunch, the 90s edition. And so the woman behind Queen's Mindset is herself, Kamisha King. Kamisha, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. How do you do?
I am blessed. I am blessed.
I can see it in your smile alone that you are truly blessed. So here we are now, this buffet, ladies' buffet brunch. What's this about?
So every year, this is our 4th year actually. So every year we meet at the end of June and we come together to discuss things about women overcoming different things that they've been through. We're going to be looking at things like rejection, abandonment, looking at unforgiveness. We're looking at disappointment, bitterness, jealousy, all of these things that women are battling with, and there's no way in which to how to deal with them, even insecurities too as well. And we're going to help them to identify what is there and what has been blocking them from fully walking in their purpose.
And it's not a one-off. That's what I like about the whole thing. It's a process.
Yes.
Because oftentimes, you notice for yourself, you go to the doctor, but you got to have repeat visits.
That's correct, yeah.
This is part of the repeat visit, just to reinforce still that as we deal with matters of the heart, it's a process of healing.
Yes.
And so you have a team of people who are coming through with you to be able to help you on this. Could you break it down for us so when the ladies register to come, they know who they're engaging with?
Oh, absolutely. So we're going to have our keynote speaker. That's Dr. Shavonna Whitehead from Baltimore, USA. And then we're going to have our panelists, which is going to be Prophetess Sherry-Ann Marshall, Apostle Travis Blackman, and Dr. Henry Richards too as well. And these are all dynamic, diverse women and men. And this is our first year to have men in the room actually speaking.
I noticed that as well. And there are a couple of men who are going to be on the stage as well to help the ladies through this. Because it's interesting to hear it from the man's perspective.
There we go.
And that I get all right?
Yes, you got it right.
Good. And so the interpersonal interaction between males and females is not just a girly group doing the whole thing and just crying on each other's shoulders, but it's also an opportunity to hear, that's his perspective. I didn't think for a second that he thought it that way. And for the women to have that aha moment, but also for the men to have a bit of an aha moment as well. You're taking a different approach now. You're taking it with a 90s edition. So talk to me about that.
So we want to make it fun because we're going to be having some really deep-rooted conversations. It's going to make some people uncomfortable, and at the same time, we don't want them to feel, reserved and don't want to share, because that's where the healing process begins. And so that's the reason why we did 90s edition. Every year is a different theme, and I thought this year would be so exciting. Let's go back a little bit and let's have some fun.
A little back in time, so to speak. And in case you forgot what 90s used to look like, because time has really changed, I was struggling as I was preparing for this, thinking, how I used to dress in the 90s? How did people dress in the 90s? I'm sure you have that same question on your mind. I know, can we share the image? I know you shared with us some idea as to what you're looking for when we say the 90s edition. And I'm going to be guided, if you have the image that we can share with our viewers as well, to see what it's about. But in the meantime, while they get that together, tell me how people who are watching today can still be a part of it.
Okay, so here's the thing. Only last night we closed off registration.
Really?
Yes. You know, with these things, you have to get your numbers in with the hotels and so on. However, though, because we're all for impact, there's still room if you want to be in the room.
Okay.
And if that person wants to get in the room, just send me a WhatsApp message at 258-3544, and we'll get you in the room.
258-3544. Look at your screen. Look at your screen. So if you want to come in your sweats at the bottom right, you can do so. If you want to get funky in your style, you can do so as well. And you're right, this is going to cause the whole thing to come down, the stress to come down, because they're like, girl, what you wearing? You look like Whitney, you know, that kind of thing. And that's the whole point, to create an atmosphere where people are cool.
Yeah.
Be cool.
Have some fun. Let's go back. French Bell here.
And so your capacity has been met pretty much, but if you still want to, we can still register with you personally and get access in. Because the information you're sharing then is so rich. It's more than food. It's food for the spirit and the heart as well. And so these individuals who are coming to conduct those sessions, you say they're well known for what they do.
Yeah, so Dr. Henry, he has about 16 years and he's a identity life coach. He's been doing it for quite some time, having so much result. Yes. So he works with women who are going through divorce. He works with women who are dealing with, you know, different issues, low self-esteem, so many various issues, and also men too as well. He's very diverse in that field. Then we have Prophetess Sharian. She's a counselor too as well. She does a lot of counseling. She has her own business with that. Apostle Travis, he also counsels a marriage counseling too as well. And then Dr. Vaughn, which is Shavonna Whitehead, she also does counseling too as well. She's what we call the more pusher. She pushes women to get there and deliver what God has planted on the inside of them. So they're really diverse in their fields.
I mean, you can't spend the whole day there.
No.
So, but there'll be opportunity for folks to have a bit of one-on-one or small group sessions.
Well, not necessarily small group, but with the panel discussion, we're going to open the floor for questions.
And
so
you
we're
want
going
people to be honest.
Yes, to come up to the mic, ask your questions, get what you need too as well, so that it can be intimate and open with them. Yeah.
So you're feeding in that way as well, learning from the folks as they feed you in building you back up. I like the identity life coach thing, because oftentimes we define ourselves by other people's expectations.
That's right.
And we get it so wrong when we live miserably because somehow we're never meeting the mark. It's always shifting, because you meet a new person who identifies you differently and you think, I want to be that. But when you are so sure in who you are, they make the adjustment. So the identity coach is going to help the ladies be able to root themselves in who they are.
Yes.
And that's why I think it's going to be so fascinating. That part particularly interests me.
That's necessary, yeah.
So it's happening. Where is it happening?
It's happening at Sandals Royal this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then we also have an award segment. So we're actually going to be highlighting and honoring 5 dynamic, versified women who's also going to be awarded to as well.
Nice. Sandals Royal is on Maxwell Road?
Yes, that's Maxwell Coast Road, yes.
Maxwell Road. And is it make that right turn off the main road?
Yes, you make the right turn. As soon as you make the right turn, you'll see the hotel. I think it's called Delmar. Yes, and then you go straight down, and it's right to your right. So immediately you'll see.
The reason I said Maxwell Road and not Maxwell Coast Road, because there's also a road that runs along by the coast, but that's not the one.
Ah, okay.
There's the main road as we know it. If you're leaving town, you know the main road.
Yeah, the main road. Yes.
So you pass the funeral station, blah blah blah, and then you make a right turn.
And then you make a right turn right there,
and then you will see it right there, pretty much on your right.
Yes, that's correct.
Right, but you park on the left. There's an open area for parking, and then the building is on your right. So you know exactly with Sandals Royal.
Yes.
Not the other Sandals. We're going for the one right there on the main road from thing. So we clear on that.
Yeah, we clear.
From 11 o'clock in the morning, that's where you're encouraging ladies to come. And remember, again, remind them of the, if you can't, because registration is closed and we wanted to talk to you directly, how can we do so with the number?
Just send me a WhatsApp message at 258-3544.
258-3544. 258-3544. WhatsApp Kamisha, and Kamisha can get you in. I mean, and it's important that you do so as soon as possible, because they want to be able to accommodate and really cater for. So the sooner you get that in, they can close off now, and so they're able to cater for you adequately in the space as well. We don't want to have you come there and be uncomfortable. So this is important. It is battered and broken, not broken, battered and bruised, but not broken. Ladies come. They're presenting the ladies buffet brunch. 90s edition, at the Sandals Royal, and you'll be engaging with a number of mighty people. Kimisha King is hosting, but Shavana Whitehead, Apostle Travis Blackman, Prophetess Sherry-Ann Marshall, and Dr. Henry Richards, they will be there to meet you. They will be there to help you. They will be there to hold your hand, and an opportunity for you to get to the mic and pose your question, state your case almost, and they will help you navigate your way through it as well. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be, and it's the prize for best dress, so they better come to impress.
What?
Yes, we have a lot of prizes and surprises and giveaways to give to them, yes.
90s edition. So do your research, ladies, and get your outfits ready. Indeed, it's happening from 11 o'clock on Saturday.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kimisha.
Thank you so much for having me.
This sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think the ladies are going to earn a lot from this, and I really hope so. I really hope so.
Yes, me too.
I like that you're changing lives, one person at a time, year after year.
Yes.
And do you do follows up, by the way?
Yes, we do, and we're being even more attentive to that now. Now we're actually making sure we're gathering the evaluations right at that moment. Because sometimes when people go off and they come back, it changes.
Yeah.
So we get it there. So we're more consistent with that and more proactive in doing that now.
Oh, nice. And what are you seeing based on the data you're collecting?
I'm seeing. So far what I'm seeing is the impact that has been happening for those women. Some women who would have been shy or be a bit more timid, they're becoming bolder. They're actually going after their dreams. They're recognizing who they are and whose they are. They're walking in what they've been called to. And that's a beautiful thing to see. When you see them starting off their businesses, going after what they want to do, that blesses my heart.
Wow. You bless my heart as well. Thank you so much, Kimisha.
You're
I wish you the very
welcome.
best. All right.
you.
We're coming back with more in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV 8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray, microbiome, probiotics, and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV 8 every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for Nature's Discount, sponsored by Get Healthy Incorporated.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into
This segment of Exceptional Youth is brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund. Financing education the easy way.
12 to the hour, you should have heard the conversation I was having with these 4 Junior Monarch semi-finalists and tell you it was something else. They had me cracking up. I'll start with this young man sitting across from me who I was told go to the front of the class and just sit down. AJ, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You good?
Yes, please.
So, I am so proud of you so far. You've done so, you're 6 or 7, how old?
7.
7. So your teeth only just began to grow back? Answer me.
At 5, they started to follow, but they're growing back now.
They grow back now?
Yes.
See? So you know those are now adult teeth, right? Look at his, his eyes follow. So in other words, if you lose them, they're not coming back.
I know.
Good. So you have to take care of your teeth, okay?
Yes, please.
You have a big song on the radio now. Go to the front of the class and just sit down. So talk to me a little bit about it if you don't mind.
So, it was a song written by my mother, Akira Carter. And it was a song for one of my teachers, Science in Front A. His name is Mr. Griffith.
And Mr. Griffith used to say that to you? Avery, go to the front of the class and just sit down.
Yes. He also used to say, you top of the class, you're naughty, because you know you're late for the party. And that is the words in the song.
Yeah, indeed, there are the words of the song. And so are you performing that in the semi-finals?
No.
Which one are you doing?
Capture This Energy.
Ah, that's the one you're doing. You ready?
Yes, please.
You are ready. You were born ready, right? He was asking me to guess where each of these others go to school, and I got his wrong. Blackman and Gollop. Got it right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Next to me is Jade Lilani Roach. Lilani, good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
You ready for this one?
Of course.
Of course. I like your confidence. So why are you so confidently ready for this one?
Because, like, confidence is something that I grew up with, and it was enforced by my mom because she always calls me pretty girl.
Yes.
She always tells me she likes my smile, and I feel like that's something that just stuck with me.
And here you are. And so the semi-finals on this weekend. Alexandra School are no doubt coming out to keep bigger noise.
Of course.
Of course. What are you performing? Which category again? You're in Calypso.
I'm in Calypso.
You're in Calypso, and the song you're doing again is?
Consequences.
Consequences. The last time you were here, one of our viewers in Nevis, who's watching from Nevis, she commented, and because we had wrapped up the interview, I didn't get a chance to tell you about it. She was so impressed by you and your song and your delivery. And so I'm sure that for the judges, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Are you intent to make it difficult?
Of course. I love competition. I love singing. I love stage. I love everything about it. So, like, when I get into competition and I'm singing and stuff, I feel like I'm just unstoppable.
Unstoppable you shall be indeed. And so the semi-finals are coming up. You also have your eyes set on the finals, right?
Yes, please.
Again, remind us the song you're competing with.
Consequences.
Consequences. And there are consequences to everything.
Every action.
I hope you remember that.
Of course, whether good or bad.
There you go. And so the decisions one makes will depend on the consequences. The best decisions are the ones with which we can live with the consequences.
Yes, please.
There you go. So she get it. She get it indeed. All right. Tatiana, Tiana is the name that you're going by on stage. So when we hear, ladies and gentlemen, Tiana, this is the lady we're talking about, the Ellerslie School you represent.
No, please.
Which one?
The Allen School.
AJ, I got it wrong again. I got it wrong again. Wow. So the Allen School you represent.
Yes, please.
And so you're excited about the semifinals. Is this your first time?
Yes, please. My first time.
Does it scare you?
No, please.
You're that confident?
Yes, please.
What makes you so confident?
I see this as a learning experience. I don't take it as, well, I'm open for criticism, open for improvement, open for comments or anything, so, but I just take this as a learning experience, and I just like not let it get to my head too much.
Not too much, but just enough to make you ready.
Yes, just
but to stay confident and focused.
To stay confident, yes.
Calypso or soca category?
Calypso.
And what song?
Mental illness.
Ooh, that's a big subject. That's a very topical subject as well. So, tell me a little bit about the composition of the song. Who wrote it?
Gabby. The Mighty Gabby. Yes.
What was it like working with the Mighty Gabby?
It was good. It was really good. Actually.
What did he say to you about performing the song?
Performing my song, he was saying that I basically got it. He keep on saying I got it. Like I got it, I got it. So I was really confident after like writing it and stuff. We actually sat down and wrote the song within a couple hours. So it was like a very, I would say, common and learning experience.
How did that feel writing with the great Mighty Gabby?
Yes, please.
Scary?
Not really scary, you know. I don't really feel scared at certain things.
You were comfortable working with him?
I was comfortable.
You want to say a little piece of your song for me, please? You remember the beat?
A young person say they're hurting. Adults hear the words, but them ain't listening. The young person start to cry. Inside they feel they want to die. Their mental problems reach a beginning.
Wow, nice. Good phrasing. You have a little vibrato in there, which I like at the end of every note. You heard it right, Leilani, right? Yeah, sweet tone, really good. And so, do you pattern yourself after any others in Calypso?
I would say...
Who's that?
I would say Gabby also. My mentor, Sammy G. I work with her very closely. And probably Ahanji.
Oh, okay. So what tent are you in? Any?
Not in
None?
a tent right now.
So you're unrepresented, so to speak?
Yes.
All right. What about you, Leilani? Correct. And you know you have a big show coming up soon.
Yes, please.
Real soon. KJ, you ready? Master KJ. The Charles F. Broome Primary School got that right, AJ. Right. So KJ, you ready?
Yes.
All right. So are you in the Calypso or are you in the soca category?
I am in the Calypso category.
So AJ has no competition from you. Not at all. It'd be different categories. So talk to me a little bit about the song you will be competing in with.
So my song is called Send a Helping Hand.
Send a Helping Hand.
Yeah, it's about crime and violence, and it's basically about to stop the violence and stop the crime.
Yeah. And to send a helping hand so we can stop all of this. Does it concern you? Crime and violence?
Yes, that is actually the third word in my song.
Crime and violence.
Concern.
Concern. Why does it concern you? And how does it concern you?
It concerns me because I would like it to stop. It concerns me because songs like this don't really change stuff. But I hope my song changes something.
I love your noble cause. I hope your song changes everything about crime and violence in this society. Who wrote your song?
My mother, Crystal Cummins Beckles.
Aha! Y'all heard that, right? He's working with the great Crystal Cummins Beckles. And so there it is now. You have, knowing that you come from a family of performers, does that put pressure on you?
No, because I know they wouldn't pressure me into it. They want me to win the show, but they're not going to pressure me because they know it's my first time.
Yes. So have you been at home practicing before mommy to watch it, to see it, to guide you?
Yes, please.
And she's been saying what?
She's been saying that I have to make my actions more powerful, but other than that, I'm great.
All right, you are great and you are ready. KJ, I can't wait to see you on the semifinals as well. Finals are on your site as well, looking for the finals?
Yes, please.
Of course, you want to be the crown, the king, right?
Yes, please.
There you go. My man. He's so sweet. You ready?
Of course.
Of course. And so, what are you doing between now and this weekend to get yourself even more ready?
I'm practicing with the two-time road march king Bruce Lee on my team.
And so he's giving us a little pointers and everything, right?
Yeah.
Because you already know how to use the stage. You know how to do this. And so maybe this is your year.
Yes, please.
You believe, you claim it, that this is AJ's year to win.
Yes, please.
I remember last year you said to him you're going to beat him at Road March, remember?
Yeah.
Yes, you forget. And so here it is now, you are still very focused on defeating your mentor, Bruce Lee Almighty. And so you are going to prove to everyone that you have what it takes to be the junior soca monarch of Barbados. Are you looking forward, when you win, to traveling to represent Barbados?
I was planning if we won, I wouldn't travel to America anymore because I already went there. So I will travel somewhere about North America or something.
Another part of North America?
Yeah.
All right. You have a plan.
Yes.
You're the man with a plan. Now go to the front of the class and just sit down. Okay, good. To each of you, I wish you the absolute best. Our commenters on social media are saying, I love our young people who are productive members of our society. It's such a joy to hear them express themselves so proudly. And that's one of our social media commenters who just posted for us. Precious they are. Wow, that's Roosevelt Corbin. And both of those are in the United States who are watching you and commenting on you indeed. And so I say wow as well. When is the semifinals, Leilani?
It is Sunday,
This coming
June
Sunday.
29th.
Where?
At the Marquet Tent at the University of the West Indies.
So we're going to UWI for the semifinals.
Yes,
What time does it start?
At 6 p.m.
When may I ask you all the questions, right? It starts at 6 o'clock and you shall hear it on the radio stations of the CBC, folks, so don't miss it at all. We are there to support all of you. So well done. I wish you the absolute best in your respective categories, okay? You're very welcome. It is sweet indeed. Ding Dong Battle this coming Sunday under the big tent at the UWI for the semifinals of the Junior Monarch competitions in Calypso and in Soca. Who shall get to the final? Just keep listening to our stations at the CBC and you will find out after the semifinals. Thank you all. We're coming back after this break.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's take a look at the news now. The Barbados Police Service has issued a sincere apology to singer and entertainer Barry Chandler. Police Communications and Public Affairs Officer Acting Inspector Ryan Brathwaite apologized for an error which stated that Chandler was the subject of a wanted bulletin. It is in fact his brother Bruce who is wanted.
On Wednesday, June the 25th, 2025, a bulletin was issued for an escaped prisoner indicating that Barry Chandler had escaped whilst being transferred from the cells at Saintville Police Station to Dodds Prison. It was later discovered that it was in fact his twin brother Bruce Chandler who had escaped police custody. We recognize the seriousness of this error and the distress it may have caused to those directly affected. We again offer an unreserved apology to Mr. Barry Chandler for the error and reassure him that no malice was intended. The Barbados Police Service regrets any embarrassment this may have caused.
With the escalation of the international crises raising their ugly heads, the Myanmar Motley-led administration is moving swiftly to shelter Barbadians from social and economic rain clouds. Deputy President of the Senate, the Most Honorable Senator Elizabeth Thompson, says government is taking steps to construct an economic umbrella which protects the society. She says one such measure is government's intention to borrow up to $500 million to be used primarily to fund the liability management operation and to repay a portion of government's debt to the International Monetary Fund's external fund facility. The Deputy President was speaking on a resolution relating to the External Cost Act yesterday.
Senator Kevin Boyce asked the question, why now? The answer to the question, why now, has to do with the fact that there are wars and rumors of wars. There is saber rattling and there are bombs dropping. The level of uncertainty in the global economy makes it mandatory for the government to go to the marketplace to secure its fiscal position in the event that there is an international crisis and rates escalate. That's the simple answer. You do not wait until if the car wobbling, the wheels wobbling, the engine's sputtering, and things are going wrong. You do not wait till the car breaks down in the middle of the rain and say, Lord have mercy, I never got an umbrella.
There's an appeal for insurance regulators to communicate clearly to the public about risks associated with underinsurance. The call is coming from Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Economic Affairs and Investment, Ryan Strawn. He says policyholders must be advised that when an item or asset is insured for less than the actual value, they can be left with a financial shortfall if the need to claim arises, and as the insurance payout may not cover the full cost of repair, replacement or rebuilding. Minister Strawn addressed that issue as he delivered remarks at the opening of the Caribbean Association of Insurance Regulators Conference at the Hilton Barbados.
People believe that they could trick somebody, but of course when that risk materializes, there's a problem. And therefore the choice of products being offered is going to be important for us to be able to ensure that when risk materializes as they are, that there is not this public discourse about mistrust or mis-selling with respect to insurance companies, and then they ask, well, what are the regulators doing about this? Because ultimately that's what it comes down to. What is the government doing about this? And therefore we must have a very aggressive conversation with our citizens, with our businesses across the region, as to why it is important to get proper valuations, number one, and to be able to ensure that you have the right coverage.
Now to cricket and sports. A whopping 14 wickets fell as West Indies pacer Jayden Seales captured a 5-wicket haul yesterday on day one of the opening test against Australia at Kensington Oval. The visitors won the toss, they elected to bat and were restricted to 180. Travis Head top scored with 59. Seales took 5 for 60 and was assisted by fellow speedster Shamar Joseph, who took 4 for 46. Now at stumps, the West Indies reached 57 for 4, trailing by 123 runs. We take a look now at the highlights. This match has kept me on the edge of my seat all day yesterday, and it shall continue today on channel 308 on MCTV from 10 and on 94.7 FM from 10 as well. So don't miss another bat and ball or wicket, all on 308 or 94.7 FM. We're taking a break here. We're back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Week after week, Scold presents exciting reports and documentaries on the most varied topics of our time. Spectacular developments and innovations, lifestyle and trends of tomorrow, mobility and tourism, health news, highlights from art and culture. Each contribution grabs the viewer with extraordinary images and stories and takes him into fascinating worlds which he experiences here exclusively and up close. We're there when companies and specialists develop super satellites for a global network in space and can look behind the scenes. Scold is a window to everything that is there or is yet to come. Fly with us through time to better understand today and tomorrow. You've always wanted that. Scold, a look into the future.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It is 11 after 7, and today we turn our attention to when two great brands not just collide but come together, and come together in such a wonderful way that they make magic, they make things spectacular happen. We're taking you on to Planet Soca, and then we're taking you to the bear, pork, and soca. I am telling you, this is without doubt something spectacular happening indeed. Joining me right here now is the man who chickened out from singing karaoke at Q in the community. You know, wow me, Lyndon Bavell, marketing representative with Banks Breweries. Good morning, Lyndon.
Good morning, morning.
I mean, you're here for the party after all, right?
Always here for the party, and I did not chicken out.
What did you do?
I was working.
Okay. Same thing at the end of the day. You could have found the time, Lyndon.
Yeah.
No problem.
See, with a job like this, sometimes time doesn't permit you to indulge in certain things.
You are so good. Well done, my brother. Alicia Hinkson, we all know her as our Marketing, Communication and Events Officer at the CBC.
Yes,
morning,
please.
Alicia.
Good morning, Barbados.
Good. Planet Soca. Let me start there first of all. Talk to me about Planet Soca.
Planet Soca is everything soca. We live soca. If you're a soca lover, you are at Planet Soca. If you do anything associated with soca, you need to get to the planet. So for the last 4 weeks, we've been at Highgate, we've been at First and Last Bar at Upper Carlton, and we were doing Planet Soca. And Planet Soca found beer, pork, and soca.
I mean, and a perfect synergy.
And the two planets collided.
You got that right. And so, boof, we have now something really, really big and magical happening. Yes. And who would have thunk, as the Americans would say, that all of these combine in the flavorful way that they do? Because we get the best of the taste of the festival. Correct. With our DJs.
Yes. Of course, we have all of our DJs are going to pass through, but Champion Crown, AON Skills, and Master Thorny, they're going to be on set. And we may just surprise you with one more DJ, but you have to be at Banks Visitor Center. They're starting from 5 p.m. They're at the two planets. Normally, Planet Soca would start at 9.
Yes.
But the two planets now, side by side.
He wants his space.
He wants his space. So he's starting at 5, and we're going straight until midnight.
All right.
And he's going to tell you about the delicacies that you're going to find at beer, pork, and soca.
You can't chicken out of this one.
No, it's not. I'm not chickening out.
Let me hear you now.
So we start at 5 in the evening, right?
At your visitor center.
At our visitor center at Banks.
Right.
So, let's call it, we're preparing for the alignment of the planets.
Okay.
So to start that off, we have mega songs, him and sound system will be there. We have Chef Michelle Smart, who will be there preparing
the pork,
and some other culinary delights, because we don't want to leave anybody out. Even though it's pork, there's still something there for everybody.
Yes.
So let me just make that clear. And it's going to be, what they say, a movie? It's going to be a movie.
So I can imagine if we roast on the spit, the pig there rolling. You're doing that?
Not this week.
Not this week.
You can't put everything out there.
Okay.
You know, so we leaving something, because beer, pork, and soca is going to be an ongoing event for the next few Fridays. So right there, our visitor center. So there's going to be different entertainment every week. Every week going to be different culinary delights. So it's going to be something every week for you to see.
So he's being so unfair to me, Alicia. Pulled pork?
You should see it.
Okay, good. And fried pork?
Fried pork.
Okay.
He's bringing a whole chef.
I just want to be sure. So in other words, it's a great after-work line.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Done the work, head to the Banks Visitor Center, and you lime and let the two planets collide. And then it's a happy collide. It's not a dangerous collide.
It's a soca collide.
It's a soca collide.
It's a soca collide.
I like that. That
sure.
sounds like a drink.
Yes, it's a soca collide. So of course you're going to have the Banks Beer specials. You're having Remy Martin specials. It's going to be a soca. It's going to be a party. If you have not felt that crop over vibes yet, I don't know how you could have, because once you switch on to 98.1, the one,
sure, the
if you switch
station.
on to Q100.7, any of the stations, you're going to get soca. But if you're not feeling that vibes yet, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And of course, Banks and CBC has a great relationship. So from today, we're going to be at Q. Can't leave that out. We're going to be at Bides Mill, St. George today. And we're celebrating St. George, of course, with Regathering. So that's our Regathering queue. So we're inviting you to come out. Then tomorrow, it's Planet Soca's finale with Beer, Pork, and Soca's. They're launching off their event tomorrow. Then Saturday, we're doing two events. So you got stamina to keep up with Banks and CBC, you know. If you don't have the stamina for soca, you're ready. We're going to go to Oystons for Q. And then we're going to go to Upper Carlton at Classic Vibes Bar for It's Saturday.
No, it's Saturday.
Sack the Lord, sorry.
Saturday.
It's Sack the Lord.
Say it with your chest.
All right. Oystons on Saturday? Yes. For a special queue?
It's the Barbados Lottery celebrating 20 years, and they will be at Oystons with Oystons Beer Garden with Q.
My man's going to be there for sure.
Yes.
Lyndon's going to be there. And then it's Sack the
It's
Lord.
Sack the Lord. Say that, person.
You got to say it like
You
this.
got to say it like that. It's Sack the Lord.
But y'all know me. Y'all know I struggle sometimes phrasing in that kind of way. But and that one is where?
That's at Classic Vibes Bar, Upper Carlton, St. James.
Upper Carlton, St. James.
Yes.
Get to know the directions and get in there. But tomorrow from 5 in the afternoon, assemble posse at the Banks Beer Visitor Center. Where is that?
That's on Richard Corsier Drive.
What part that is?
Newton Christchurch.
Okay.
So let me tell you that if you're coming from Dayton Griffith School, you are heading to the Chickmont Roundabout, which is it's the right-hand turn before that.
Right.
You turn in by Steelworks, and you make the next right. And then after that, you can miss it.
Oh, I know where you
The
are.
banners, everything is going to be there.
I know exactly where you are. That is the visitor center, and that's where we're assembling for the Banks Beer, Pork, and Soca Lime. And then at 9 o'clock, we can show them how we do it.
We get fat. We are going to fat.
Correct. So we're liming tomorrow from 5 in the afternoon after work on a Friday evening. Great opportunity for you to come out and really be a part of it all. And then it continues to roll and roll and roll and roll right through the weekend, because after all, it's soca season and we're living on planet soca. And that's what it's all about. Together, the synergy works. But today to Bides Mill is where we're going for Q in the community. Banks is offering specials. Banks is always offering specials. It is the beer of Barbados. And so because it's the beer of Barbados, it's what we do. So we're gathering at Bides Mill playing field. That's where we will be today with the Banks specials on. Then tomorrow at 5, we're heading to the Banks Beer Visitor Center there in Newton. And then on Saturday...
Yes, we're going to Oystons Bay Garden, Q, and then we're going to Classic Vibes Bar. It's Sack the Lord.
It's Sack the Lord.
Sack the Lord.
So talk to me about the specials, Lyndon. They tell me I have 4 more minutes with you.
So we're doing a 6 for 20 on Banks.
Today?
No, that's on tomorrow night. Well, from 5 in the evening.
Right.
We also have some specials on Deputy. We have specials on Guinness as well. And like I said, it's going to be a movie.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to be there. We want to thank all the sponsors that continue to commit to the #1 station and know that CBC is the place for soca, for crop over. And if you need to advertise, if you need to get anything going that is soca related, I mean, it's soca season, so I can focus on soca right now. But of course, CBC and all the brands, we deliver for you, just like we're going to deliver tomorrow night. So if you ain't party yet for the season, and to all those persons that are accustomed coming out with us, we're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for sure. But if you ain't party yet for the season, beer, pork, and soca, and don't miss the finale of Planet Soca. For sure, the 98 DJs are going to be there. We're going to have artists passing through.
Right.
Every week they pass through, and they take that time to showcase their songs and to get people familiar with their songs. And we want to thank them for coming and understanding and seeing the value when they come to CBC.
Absolutely. And we have 3 radio stations, 94.7 FM, which also plays real music indeed, from social commentary to soca songs. 98.1 to 1, the party station, naturally.
Yes.
That's where the energy truly is. We have Mikey Mix, who starts Saturday mornings like something else with that soca, and then on Sundays you have that sweet soca session. I mean, it's amazing. Q100.7 FM is also there, the place for soca and social commentary for the season as well, with coverage, large scale coverage happening a lot there too. So we're looking forward, and the juniors are happening this weekend. So we are immersed in soca here at the CBC and Calypso, and we want you to stay with us indeed. What's your favorite so far for the season, Lyndon?
Well, my favorite song for the season so far, I don't think I can mention this one on here.
Then leave that alone. What's your second favorite?
All I would say, Lil Rick.
Okay. What's your second favorite?
Call 911.
What's your second favorite?
Take Charge.
Okay, not bad.
You and you and you and you and you and you and you.
I like you too. Sweet.
So, seeing how Pearson is singing along so lustily, you think that we can get him to come out tomorrow night?
She said no.
That performance is one we can't afford.
Thank you.
You're most
well
welcome.
done, Alicia. Well done.
But there's purport.
Listen, stop that.
He will buy the food. He will support. But that performance is one we can't pay for.
See how they're making fun of me? You see how these people are making fun of me? Thank you both. I wish
You're
you
most
well.
welcome.
I mean, this is spectacular. This is fantastic. Remember, Planet Soca meets Bear, Pork, and Soca tomorrow from 5 at the Banks Bear Visitor Center in Newton. You have to be there. You have to be there. It's a kickoff of Bear, Pork, and Soca. It's the culmination of Planet Soca. And so when the two come together, there's natural energy. There is natural excitement. There is natural soca. There's naturally you. So don't miss it indeed. So come in your large numbers and really be a part of it. Today, we're going to Bites Mill for Q in the community. Banks are always on special. Every event, always on special. It's the best beer on the island. Then on Saturday, we're having a special Q right there in Oyston's Bay Gardens. That's where we shall be. We're working along with the teams there, and so we want you to come in your numbers and experience everything that Q in the community offers indeed. And then later in the evening, we're going to Upper Carlton. We're going to Upper Carlton for It's Saturday.
Lord.
It's Saturday, right? All of that to laugh at me. I gotta learn to do it for real.
You have to learn.
I'll work on it. By the time the season is over, I'll get it. Trust me.
But once you know how to say beer, pork, and soca.
I should know how to say that too.
Yeah. No, but beer, pork, and soca.
Yeah. Beer, pork, and soca.
I like that.
Beer, pork, and soca. That's what it's about indeed. Thank you so much. All the best.
You're
All right,
welcome.
thank you very much.
All right, we're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Our world today is not the world God wants it to be. One of the reasons which will surprise many is that our planet, its governments, and its peoples are all living under the weight of Satan's rule. From the beginning of mankind's existence to today, human history is the written record of what it means to live under the rule of the devil. Yet that rule is coming to an end, and what a difference that will make.
Every Sunday at 9 a.m. on CBC TV 8, tune in for Tomorrow's World, sponsored by the Living Church of God.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone.
This segment of Exceptional Youth is brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund. Financing education the easy way.
25 after the hour now is we turn our attention to showcasing you this exceptional young man. He is driven by football and he kicks it and he takes it quite seriously, as a matter of fact. Keon Lashley is his name, and it is an honor to introduce him to you. Keon, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm well, thank you for asking. How do you do?
I'm very well, thank you.
I know you look at him, you ask yourself the question, ladies and gentlemen, wait, how old he is? And you say?
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old. And you already are doing so many phenomenal things in football. How long have you been playing football now?
I think around 11 years.
When you were about 11, so about 6 or so years now you've been playing football?
No, I've been playing for about 11.
For about 11 years? Okay, cool. And so in all of those 11 years, did you set your sight on what? What did you want to achieve?
Well, of course, when I was younger, I wanted to be a professional. But then there was a point when I was around 11 or 12, or more so when COVID hit, I kind of like started to fade away from that dream because I wasn't, putting in any work or anything like that. But then after that is when we saw an opportunity. My parents, we took a risk and we attended a camp in America, Real Madrid camp. And then I got invited back and I went to Spain for the tryouts and I got accepted into the academy.
Your parents took a risk on you.
Yeah.
So you've had their support all of your life so far in terms of football.
Yeah.
And when they said to you, Keon, here's an opportunity, we'd like to take you, what did you think?
At first, I was a bit hesitant because I didn't really want them to like waste any resources because I wasn't fully ready at the time. I'm going to be honest. But I'm so happy that they did because it paid off.
So you went to this camp, and what happened while you were there?
The camp, it went very well, and a lot of coaches were happy with me, and then they sent the email saying that I was invited back and I will go try out for the team in Madrid.
Did that surprise you?
Barcelona. It didn't surprise me because, well, before I went, I wasn't expecting to be accepted, but after, I thought I played very well, so it didn't surprise me that I got accepted.
And then lo and behold, you went off to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. I mean, Barcelona. You're not going to Grenada, you're going to Barcelona. When you got that news that you had an opportunity now to go play in Barcelona, how did that make you feel?
It felt amazing. It was such a good experience being in Barcelona. I saw so many cultures, so many things, and even at the academy, there's so many people, different people from different places. It's good to see, and it was a very good experience, especially the football there. It's a lot different from here.
How different?
Mostly the speed of the play. There are players down there that the difference down there to here is that they think very fast and make their decisions very fast. But there are players here that I do think can go overseas and do really well. It's just that some people do need to take the risk to get their children out there, because some people need experience to different types of football to get to certain places.
Totally agree. So when you've met these people who think so fast or move so quickly in decision making and strategy, what have you learned from that experience? What can you now do differently?
Well, at first it was very hard playing there, but the more you play with these people, the more you adapt to it. So it becomes like second nature. Because you can imagine, they've been playing in Spain their whole life, they're used to it. So I think the more you play, the more you get used to it, it's gonna become second-hand nature, and you get better at it.
So having had that experience, you had to come back home. You know, we're playing with people who think so quickly and strategize so quickly, but then you have to come back home to a different pace, reintegrating yourself back into football in Barbados. What was
My focus is to do as best as I can, work as hard as I can, and trust God.
And trust God to stay fit and ready for the next person who cites you and says, come.
Yeah.
Are you taking opportunities to be seen for your skill?
Well, actually, next year I'm going to Next Era Academy, who works with ADM in Madrid. And I'll be there for a year, and I'll take a gap year where I'll just focus on football and play, yeah.
What does it mean to you to have your mother and father's support in all of this? You know, to know that they open the opportunities for you, and that whatever you want, you shall get.
It means everything to me. I mean, it's hard for them to do it, of course, and I think more parents should look up to them and do what they're doing for their children, to give them as much opportunities as possible.
Are you the only child?
No, I have a sister.
Younger or older?
Older.
And so, what did she say? That he gets everything and I get nothing. Does she give you a lot of trouble?
No, she doesn't give me any trouble at all.
Okay. She's a good sister.
She's a good sister.
Fair enough. Who's your favorite footballer who you say, wow, I'd love to meet him at some point?
I would have to say Amad Diallo from Manchester United.
Why?
Because, like, ever since I've seen him become a professional, I've just been watching him all the time. Everything he does, I know everything about him. He's my favorite footballer.
Does he play the same position that you play on the field?
No. He plays right wing.
And you play
right back.
Right. What's right back? Like right back?
Right back is
near to the goal?
No. It's right wing back. Like on the wing, defender on the wing.
Okay. So have you met? Because I know you'd like to meet him. Have you, along your journey thus far, though, meet anybody who is a professional footballer who you've had engagement with?
Yeah, I've met Alex Iwobi, who plays in the Premier League for Fulham.
Fulham.
Yeah. I've met Adrian. He was a Liverpool goalkeeper a couple of years ago.
And what did it mean walking into their presence to meet them?
I mean, it felt amazing. Like, they look so much different in person than on television, you know. A lot stronger in person, but they're very nice. It's nice to meet them.
What did they say to you, or what did you want to know from them?
Well, I didn't get to talk to Alex Iwobi, but Adrian, he came in and talked to our team. He said, just keep your heads down and keep working, and everything that is supposed to happen will happen. Even if you don't go professional, what is meant to happen will happen once you trust God.
Once you trust God, what is meant to happen will happen. And so you are focused now on football. Football, is it, you know, mothers tend to think, well, fine, go play the football, but get a profession, get something else. Is that the kind of conversations that happens in the house, or is that something that happens in your head?
Of course it happens, because you do need a backup plan, because obviously you're not guaranteed to go professional. So I did try my best in school, and in my head, obviously, you know, I have to keep prepared for whatever happens. So we do have plans for after next year. If I don't get another opportunity in Spain, I'll go to university in America, where I will study, and yeah.
Okay, and study what?
I'm thinking about
football related?
Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking about either something to do with engineering or technology, because my father's does IT.
You are so in touch with your parents. It's beautiful to see the son in touch with his parents in the way that you are indeed. And so I wish you well. I commend you on all that you've been able to achieve so far. And I know that your passion for football and the discipline that football brings will allow you to stay focused and to be able to take you where you need to go. So Keon Lashley, at 17 years old, for us, you're one of our exceptional young people. You use your skills to position yourself. And I would hope that other young people learn that example from you. And I wish you so much for all of your future. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Keon Lashley is his name. Football is his passion, but he has a plan for when football is over. There's a lot to learn from that. We're back in a moment.
That segment of Exceptional Youth was brought to you with the kind compliments of the Student Revolving Loan Fund, financing education the easy way.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
There is a
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
24 minutes now to go to the hour of 8 o'clock as we turn our attention to this activity that's happening on Saturday, folks, in Weymouth on the big playing field there. That's when the Barbados Trust Fund Limited encourages all of us to come to this big trade and expo, really, for all of us to engage with. And so joining me as we get more details this Thursday morning is Josanne Joseph, who is the administrator with the Barbados Trust Fund Limited. Josanne, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson. How are you this morning?
I am well, thank you for asking. How do you do?
I am fabulous, thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready for Saturday?
Of course. I cannot wait.
Why?
Because although I'm in the back end and I know everything that is going to happen, it's just like I want to see everything that's going to happen. Like everything, Pearson, because it's like the person in the cook-off competition is just like the videos that they are sending in for us to put out there to the public. The designers that are doing the fashion show, they are so excited. And I myself am excited to be like, I really want to see what you all have to bring forward.
Are you modeling?
No.
We try
in
to
another life, probably in another life.
We tried to get Kurt to let's just sign up for it, but Kurt is a little shy where that's concerned. We tried.
Oh, he wanted to sign up for the cooking competition.
Oh, he's going to do the
like,
cooking
no,
too?
You can't sign up for the cooking. Yeah, he wanted to.
That's good. There's a lot of energy around
yes.
it. So broadly, I know you're taking over the field at Weymouth. So everything, and this is for emerging entrepreneurs and all of those kinds of people. So the people who live and work among us, and sometimes we take them for granted, but here's an opportunity for them now to take center stage. So give me a broad sense of when we come on Saturday, what we'll be seeing and purchasing from.
Well, we wanted to actually take over the whole field, but when the logistic kicked in, we was like,
leave room for parking.
Yeah. So Saturday people can look up for beauty hub. They can look up for service section. They can look up for sweet and treats. They can look up for confectionery section. So we have like so many different sections. It's gonna be like Bridgetown, but in different sections.
Yes, all in one space.
All in one space.
And the thing about it, this is a part of the activity that the Trust Fund Limited has been doing. You've been going into communities and identifying and seeing people. I know you're providing them the space to be seen. And that's the whole initiative here, purpose of the initiative.
The whole initiative, so we can see what Bajans have to offer, what they're doing in their household. Like, I might be making a little soap in my house, and I might be thinking, man, I don't want people to see this.
Right.
But when you actually see what this person have created, you would be like, why are you hiding? Come out and let the public see. Don't be shy. Let us see what you have to offer. Because what you might be shy, somebody might be willing to take you further, take you out of Barbados, might love your product. So we don't want you to be shy. Even if you did not make it for Weymouth, call us. We have many more coming up. Just keep tuned to our social media and you will know up front. Or you can know what? Call us and give us your name. So when we start to plan, we say, wait, this waiting list here, let's call and offer them a space first.
Indeed. And you're right, because oftentimes we do this in the house and we dumb down ourselves.
Yes, we do.
We say, nah, man, no, it's just for my friends. And then you realize that there is a need for it by other people. There are other people who see the passion, your passion, and they see the possibilities that flow therefrom. And so that is what we will engage with when we come on Saturday to Weymouth.
Sure.
For sure. From 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
From 10 to 6 p.m. is a whole set of activity happening at Weymouth. From 10 to 6 p.m. Let me tell you, the time is going to
go by very, very quickly.
With the activity and everything that we have planned from 10 to 6 p.m.
It really truly is a celebration of entrepreneurship and creativity that rests among us. And so there's a space for children.
Yes,
I know.
The kids zone.
Yes.
The kids zone, they can come and jump, they can come and ride, they can come and have their faint pace, and that section is completely free for the kids. We are going to also have a client there with a horse, but you have to pay him a fee, of course, not a big fee, but a fee to ride and play with the horse and stuff like that. So we have the kids covered. We have the kids covered. And then after the whole activity, Island Fitness Gyms, they are going to be there giving us a 25 minutes workout session. Yes. So after that, then you can go straight from the workout straight into the artists that are going to be there.
Oh,
keep
sweet.
the energy flowing.
It's a day full of energy from 10 in the morning right through to the evening, indeed. And it's free of cost to walk onto the compound and be a part of it. If you don't know where Weymouth is, we're talking about the Police Sports Club, that big open playing field across from the former Globe Cinema. That's where we'll assemble. But then again, you will see the banners, you'll hear the music, you'll see the people, you'll see the tents, and you'll see when you go in the opportunity for sale. And so if you don't know what other people are doing in our community, come find out on Saturday. Come make the time to do so. Walk with your cash. They may not have those points of sales right there with them, so walk with your cash, because you will encounter something that you definitely need. So we want to encourage all of you to come to Weymouth this Saturday from 10 in the morning when the Barbados Trust Fund Limited encourages you to come to this Emerging Entrepreneurs Manufacturing and Services Trade Fair and Expo. Something for everyone is there. Josanne, thank you so much for talking to me. You're very welcome.
See you soon.
Indeed so. We're taking a break. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
The Ministry of Youth Sports and Community Empowerment's Bridges television series is back. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. with a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. on CBC TV 8. Don't you miss it.
God will not give you a job.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We will get beat with Pauline, get beat with popsicle stick, get beat with anything that for to wait for it. You know what I mean? Courage, right from the terror, yeah.
I told him to watch the little boy so I can go out and hustle and get money and food. And he told me, take your child with you.
just trying to get the stops one time and then, but I just stop and then I always start back.
The same thing, the whole thing is weird. I don't know where we get to truck. And it's so where they're fine is where we really play f***ing games with life and we don't even know. Life goes on. And I'm wondering about picking me or try to be lenient on me. I can be good.
So, the man that off the street then is caught between a rock and a hard place.
Gripping, didn't it? Was it gripped you to the core? Did it not? It just brings to our face the reality of the other side of life in Barbados. And sometimes we close our eyes to it, but we need to open our eyes to it now because we see people wanting to make a difference, to be understood. And that's what we're talking about right now. And so we're joined this morning by the manager of the National Council on Substance Abuse, Miss Betty Hunt, and the filmmaker herself, the director herself, the lady who brought all of that energy to what we just saw, Chantal Evening, who is a Plan A production. And so here we are again. Thank you for agreeing to come back to us because I really want to look a little bit further. I know, Betty, the last time you said, because now you see it, not that you couldn't see it before, but because we're able to capture in this way, it guides some of your position papers going forward.
Yes. And before I go into that, I just want to say that today is International Day Against Drug Abuse. And so it comes at a time when not only Barbados, but agencies around the world are recognizing this issue of substance use. In terms of guiding positions going forward, clearly there has been a change in approach to how people treat to substance use. And the persons who are coming forward to say, I am impacted by this issue, to how we treat it on the workspace. Because in the past, as you know, that was something that was always under the rug. You wouldn't dare share that at work because the consequences were too great. And so going forward, highlighting an issue like this that can have such a devastating impact on a small society like ours, I think is important. I think we have to, again, I say, put all our heads together to see what works best for us in our situation. And so where in the past, persons who were just shown, persons like that, they were just discarding. That's it. That was your choice. Here's where you found yourself. Good luck with that. And I think now is the time to look with a fresh set of eyes to see how we can pool our resources to see what works best. Not everybody will respond to treatment. Not everybody will seek treatment, but certainly those persons who have said, I need help, those families who have said, I need support, the workplaces who say, I would like to keep this person employed, how do I do this? Because at the end of the day, the bottom line is the dollar. And so looking at this and hearing stories like this help us to be in a better practical position to say what can work and what perhaps will be better left for other societies and contexts.
I know you know this, that the face of addiction looks different.
Yes, it does.
Case by case by
yes,
case.
It does.
There's some who are inoperable, for want of a better term at the moment, and then there's some who are very, very functional.
Yes.
But they present themselves, and we sometimes don't see the issue because of the person.
Yes.
And you're saying now the approach that you're taking from the NCSA is very people-centric.
Yes.
Because we're not just seeing a problem, we're seeing a person who is crying out for help, who struggles on the border, but who doesn't know how to step into the goodness that lies on the other side. And so the focus in your approach going forward will be, and I say, I'm not struggling for words, I'm just trying to be kind in what I'm saying, is that while you've always done people, now you really see the heart of the person.
Yes, and that is exactly it. And it is not the issue of drug and substance use. So let me change the language as well, because that is something that we're also looking at, the language that is used. So the issue of substance use is not only the person who's using. And I think that is the major difference. If I'm using, I'm impacting a household. I'm impacting a workspace. I'm impacting the persons who I travel on public transport with. I'm impacting people at different places. And sometimes those persons don't even realize the degree to which they're impacted. So you may find that a drug use in a household takes away all the resources, because somebody is struggling to help this person along, and all the resources are going into this one person, and then the others in the family are just crumbling by the wayside. Or it may result in further division in the family. Why are you giving person all the attention when he is and he is? Yes. And so it brings really, let me see what's at the heart of substance use. What has caused this? So that we can put systems in place to stop it before it reaches the stage of the severe addiction, which is the point of this, the heart of this, the documentary that we are showing. Because there are several factors along the way. And I think we have moved, or we should have moved at this point, is because of your choice. It's because of your friends. It's not because of any one thing. You will find that is a result when you sit and you talk to persons who are themselves impacted by substance use. Usually, substance abuse, it can be either the cause or the effect. And when it's the effect, it is a whole set of things that have piled up. And now there's nowhere to go, you know?
Have you, Chantal, been able to walk away from what you saw? How did you protect yourself, having come face to face with the ugly truth?
Protect myself physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you referring to?
You tell me.
And okay, so I'll go through each. So physically, we did this with a lot of thought. This was not done carelessly or callously. We took time to spend time in the community with security. We had a 24-hour security person with us. So before I started doing the documentary, I spent time in the community, and I spent time there at very questionable hours of night. And we made sure to meet people, to speak to people, to have conversation, to explain to them what we were doing, and very importantly, to explain to them that we're not police. I've never had to say that I was not a police so much in my life. You know. So and then we had to establish connection and relationship with key players in that world. So that was a part of the physical protection. Emotionally, I don't know how to answer that other than to say that I sincerely believe I was made to do it, and therefore I have the grace to carry whatever comes with it. I care very deeply about a lot of the people who are featured in the documentary, but I have been able to care for them in a very hands-on way, but with my heart shielded. So I have spent a lot of time investing in them. I've spent time with them at the psychiatric hospital. I've spent time with them talking about problems. I've gone to prison to see some of them. I've taken one of them from prison when he was released. So I've invested a lot of time and energy in these people, but I've done it in a way that I know that I can't let this impact me and affect me, that I go home and I'm crying at night, you know, because of the situation. So I'm able to pour a lot of care into it, but my heart kind of has a boundary. I don't know how else to explain that.
I understand it.
Yes, but that's how I've protected myself, and I really want the best for these people. I sincerely want the best for them.
And I hear that. And I see that. And because you've taken the time to care enough, that's why they were able to open up to you. And so there's some other parts of the film I want to show. So could you introduce another piece that you think we need to know?
Okay, so I guess one of the clips I'll show now is of Bruce Chandler. Bruce is one of the people who is dealing with addiction in this documentary. And one of the reasons I want to show Bruce's clip is because it's a tiny little snippet of the measure of self-awareness that a lot of these people have. I don't think a lot of times we give people enough credit who are in this situation, enough credit for how aware of themselves they are. We kind of dehumanize them, but in doing this, I found they're very self-aware, and I think that this excerpt from Bruce shows that.
Sometimes I feel like I deserve more. And people owe me something, I think that's not the issue. And I feel something wrong with my brain differently. I feel they got underlying issues that need to be checked out. And that's what we're trying to do now. And say if I get some sort of medication, I'm very hyperactive. Very well. I got a very hype spirit. And it does need to tone down. I know that I got to tone down. It's not all with drugs. It's that I'm very impulsive to it. That's the word. I'm very impulsive, and when I think something, I feel like it's do it. That's really my downfall. It's really my downfall. It's not only drugs. So I got a lot of things I have to deal with.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
God will not give you a job. God will not call you to do something and then not give you the capacity to have it, to make it happen. He will give you the resources, he'll give you the people. Not only will he equip you with ideas, but he will equip you with favor, as he did Nehemiah.
Turn on the latest episode of Infinite Possibilities, only on CBC TV8, every Sunday at 1:30 p.m., sponsored by Covenant Life Teaching Center.
Welcome to Nature's Discount, the ultimate health food store. At Nature's Discount, we have thousands of quality products at great prices.
Hi guys, Dottie here with Nature's Discount, and today we are talking about Solar Ray Microbiome Probiotics and why you should be taking them.
And we have well over 3,000 amazing products to help you get healthy.
For your health tips, tune in to CBC TV.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
When I got pregnant with my last son, I was living out with Standpipe, and I was selling my body from home. And I said to him, I'm pregnant. I was expecting that he would have tried to find another way for us to earn money, but he continued to pick me up. He didn't feel no way about another man jumping on his baby there. And that.
Wow. Betty, wow. That's the reality.
Yes.
Hearing her story, that she felt that he would have assisted her and helped her out, not put her back into that same condition.
Because a lot of drug use, and one of the issues surrounding drug use, especially with females, is transactional. You find yourself in a situation, you get involved in a relationship, and in order to stay safe, there's certain things that you are required to do. And a lot of those times, those things that you're required to do, you have no control over. And so this is one of the things that we're actually infusing in our programming, a gender approach, because drug use affects and impacts women a lot differently than it does men. It's the same drug abuse, but women we find are additionally disadvantaged when they find themselves caught in that cycle. And this is something, when I spoke about either the cause or effect, sometimes you are asked to leave your home for whatever reason, and so trying to find another safe space, and you end up in situations like this. Sometimes it is that you've been using drugs and you end up in a situation like this, but whatever the reason, it is unfortunate. But we're again trying to see how we can reach out in a practical way, in a very practical way, to assist individuals like this.
So this is a documentary now. Is it coming to TV soon?
Yes.
Okay. Good. So
Stand by.
Okay, so stand by. We'll let you know, folks, when you can see it for yourselves.
Yes.
But I know you're launching this, you're screening this to a select few very, very soon.
Yes.
And then thereafter, you'll come up with another messaging to upload therefrom. I don't want people to watch this and look and say, oh, that's thing.
Yes.
That's not what this is about.
No.
This is not about you being gypsy about someone's story. This is about you looking at through a different eye at how drug use is impacting these people. I was going to say abuse, but you're asking me to change my language now. Substance use is affecting people. Sometimes, as we saw with the Bruce Chandler's clip, Chantal, they're very logical. They say the right things.
They do.
They know what to say because it alters some parts of their heads that become very, very sane.
Yes.
But they do some what we consider to be insane things. And it's the compassion of a society is what we're going after right now. When you see this, we hope that it opens your heart to seeing the person and to seeing your role in assisting the person, not to treat them as though that they're the dregs of society. They truly aren't. They are also crying out for help.
Yes, they are.
They just don't know what to do yet.
Yes, they are. And if we keep in mind that, and I don't say this tritely, but they're but for the grace of God.
Go ahead.
Because a lot of these individuals were functioning well before, and then something or a series of things happen. So if we keep that in the back of our head, then the approach is different.
That's a good point to which to end. Thank you so much, ladies. Chantel Evelyn, Plan A Productions, Betty Hunt, the manager of the NCSA, indeed. And so look out for this coming to your screen really soon. But again, start to work on your mindset, folks. Start to change your point of view when you begin to see people who you know are struggling with substance use. And so once you begin to change the language, as we had to start talking about deaf and hard of hearing, so we begin to get a true sense of people anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to preach at you this time in the morning, but thank you so much indeed.
Thank
and
you
so
for having us.
all of you, we thank you as well. My little crew joins me in wishing you a lovely today. By the grace of God, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up.